So how's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another video. Now this is going to be an update video with where I'm at currently with the whole Apex situation, because yesterday was Monday and it was actually the last day of my Apex challenge before I make the next payment, and I knew that if I failed the challenge they would give me a free reset when I make the next payment. So I traded pretty aggressively yesterday and I just completely blew the entire account. I mean, I was just firing off trade after trade and I just ended up completely blowing it and failing the challenge. Now I still have the recording from yesterday, so I can show you guys some of those trades towards the end of this video, even though they really did not make sense, or most of them really did not follow my system. But anyway, Apex was still running their 80% off deal. I think yesterday was the last day, so I just went ahead and canceled my old account and I bought a new 25k challenge so that I could start fresh today. And that's exactly what I did. So in this video, I just want to walk you through the trades. I have the recording right here, and I just want to walk you through the video, show you the trades and explain why I took them and maybe what I could have done better. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, the first trade was right around here. It was around 10 or 15 minutes off the open, and when I head over to Thinkorswim to show you what this level was. So if we go to the NASDAQ chart, it's actually all I traded today. Now, if I zoom out to the 30-minute time frame, you can see most of our key levels were not really around this area. I was watching this triple top from the past couple weeks, or from the past week or so. We actually broke out of this yesterday afternoon, so I was unable to catch any of that. But if I zoom into the 5-minute time frame, I can show you these small levels I was watching. We had a pretty clear pivot level in the pre-markets. It was around 15,080. And I was also watching 15,000 whole size number. So if I go to the 1 minute, well, actually, let's just go back to the recording and play this trade. So right after the open, market moves up, comes back down, and it tests this level several times, and then just following bullish momentum, I went long here on this bullish candle. And I saw that we already respected this level a few times in the pre-market after the CPI data released. And I saw that the ES was also very strong at this time, and I knew that there was definitely room to the upside, so I went long. I think I placed my stop right around the 80s, so yeah, just like 20 points below. You can see this trade starts to go in my favor pretty quickly. If I skip forward even more, you can see, yeah, I did end up getting stopped out for break even, but at one point, I mean, I was up like 50 bucks or so. And if I skip forward, you can see the market pulled in, stopped me out for break even, and then it continued to go lower. So yeah, then I waited a while for something to set up before I took this next trade. And yeah, I took this trade about an hour later. Now, this is a setup that I'm starting to really like. It just did not work out this time. So if I take this pivot high to the low of the day, we had the 50% Fibonacci retracement as well as the VWAP here. And if I go back over to the video, you can see where I went short. Now, I saw that this candle started to reject the VWAP as well as the 50s level. So I went short there, and I placed my stop just a few points above the 50s, and I wanted to see if this could get going in my favor, because the VWAP on the futures has been, it's very accurate, and I thought there's a very high chance we would reject it, and unfortunately it really just did not go in my favor. If I skip forward here, you can see I get stopped out in just a couple minutes, and yeah, right here we're pushing up, we get through the 50s and hit my stop at the 52s. So right there, that's two trades that did not work out, but at this point I'm down $31 on the day. That's literally a paper cut on this 25k account. Now, I could have walked away right here because things just really were not going my way, but I still stuck around because I wanted to see if there was any more good setups. And a little while later, I took another trade. Now, I did think this was a decent setup. It was a break and retest, which is a setup that I like. But again, it did not work out. I think there is a reason why, and I'll show you that. But it was right here. This was that key level from the pre-market I was watching, and we got above it, and came back down, retested it, and started to show bullish action off of it. And so right here, I go long. This candle starts to look really bullish. Looks like it wants to break the highs. I go long with the stop just underneath this low. Yeah, I placed my stop at the 79s, right below the 80s. And then I switched to the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, here I'm looking at the 5-minute just to kind of focus on the bigger picture. Now, the one thing I noticed after was that this looked like 5-minute supply to me. Now, if I clean up this chart a little bit and go to the 5-minute, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Yeah, right here, this kind of looks like a 5-minute order block, supply zone, whatever you want to call it. And I went long right into that. Now, if we did this type of pullback above the high of day, I think there would be a much greater chance that we would continue to go higher. But considering that we had resistance here, I mean, I think that's the main reason that this trade did not work out. So now if we go back to the video, I'm going to have to skip forward here quite a bit because I was in this trade for quite a while. And as you can see, like right here, it was going in my favor. I'm up like 30 bucks or so. I'm back to I think I got back to green on the day. I just did not take profit because I wanted to see if we can break the high of day. Yeah, I placed my profit target like right before the 30s at the 29s. This would have given me a nice 2-to-1, and then I would have been green on the day. And as I'm watching this 5-minute chart, I'm just like, oh, it looks like a bull flag. We're probably going to squeeze higher. I also noticed that the tech stocks like NVIDIA, AMD, well, AMD was actually down today, I think, but NVIDIA was squeezing up. The ES was also looking pretty bullish. So I felt comfortable holding this, but this right here is just something I kind of ignored, and then a minute later, I think I get stopped out. Yeah, here the market's coming down, and then yeah, I think right here, it gets through the 80s and hits my stop there, and I take another loss. So at this point, I'm down 68 on the day. It's already 2 hours into the market open. I really should have walked away here, but I made a rule for this Apex account. I basically set a max daily loss of $100 a day. I'm starting to wonder if that's a little bit too much, and I've been thinking about dropping that to $70 or $80. But yeah, right now my rule is $100 a day. At this point I'm down 68. Definitely could have walked away, but then this starts to shoot back up like right away. So if I skip forward, yeah, this candle, it just convinces me that this is a liquidity sweep. It shoots all the way back up to like the 90s, and you can see here I decided to give it another chance. So I hop back in at like the top of this candle at the 91s, and then at this point I just watch my P&L. I'm like, all right, if I go down 100 on the day, I have to kill this trade, and it just never goes in my favor. So yeah, right now we're holding at the 80s. I'm just hoping at this point that we squeeze higher. And then here, right here, we break the 80s, and then I'm looking at my P&L. I'm down 95, down 100. I closed the trade, and then I think I said, like, yeah, it's time to walk away now, because it's definitely not fun taking 3 losing trades in a row, especially on the first day of the new account. So yeah, definitely not a great way to start the new account. Probably going to consider dropping my max loss to $70 or $80 on the day. And yeah, if I just focus on A+ setups and following my plan, hopefully this will be the time that I'm able to pass and earn a funded account. So we will see how it goes. Now, as far as my trades from yesterday, I mean, I don't really want to open the video because this video is just going to get too long. I can basically just explain what happened. Now, knowing that this level up here was a previous double top supply zone, whatever you want to call it, it gave me kind of a bearish bias when it came up to this zone. So I did go short around here when we started to reject it, and I got a nice move in my favor, and I took my profits around VWAP, I think. So to start the day, I was green right off the bat, but then I just kept on trading because I knew it was the last day and I wanted to either pass or fail it, which is probably not a great way to go about it, but it's like I didn't care because I knew that I was going to get a reset for free anyway. So then when we came back into the zone and started to show the slightest bit of weakness, I went short like 2 or 3 times in a row. Then I went long, got stopped out. Then we had this pullback. I tried to go long here with 2 mini contracts, and then the slightest bit of drawdown, it stopped me out and hit the max loss in the account. And then it went straight up for like the rest of the day. I'm like, I really just had to laugh about it. I mean, I deserved it because I overtraded so much. But yeah, it is kind of tough mentally as a trader because I feel like I'm getting better, but my results are just not showing it because I'm still putting in tons of time, like on the weekends and stuff, reviewing my trades, back testing, and watching trading videos, and I still just have not been able to pass this challenge. But this is only like my 3rd attempt. I've heard traders that failed 20, 30 times before they passed. So I'm going to give it time, and I'm really just going to try and do my best and hopefully be able to pass soon. So I know this video is probably getting a little long, so I'm going to wrap it up here. But yeah, definitely stay tuned for more futures trading videos like this, because I will keep on documenting my journey to becoming a trader. And if you have any advice for me, please feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I'll love to read it and reply to you. But that is going to be it for today. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.